Hey, what is going on, people? What is going on? Hope we are all well. Good evening. Good evening. Thank you guys for joining who are here already. Please leave a like as you are rolling in. Like, it's fly out my face. Jeez. Rolling around my face, man. Bear in mind, has anyone else been getting loads of flies in their house in the last few days? Really annoying, man. I think it might be the weather. I don't know. That time of the year anyway. But how we all doing anyway, man? Thank you guys for joining. Please leave a like as you are rolling in as per usual. Going to go over a few charts today. Thursday chart day, you know how it is. I'm trying to keep it consistent. We'll go over like the main charts, and then if there's any charts that you guys want me to take a look at towards the end of the stream, I can take a look. What I'll say though is that a lot of the charts are looking very, very similar as it is. Basically what we're going to be taking a look at is just some of the main ones. And then, yeah, like I said, anything you want me to look at towards the end, I could do that for you if you want me to. Yes, Dan, how's it going, man? Thank you very much for joining. Khalid, hey, Tana, how's it going, man? Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Dan, yeah, I was just saying to the missus about the flies. Yeah, they're everywhere. They're everywhere. And I don't know if you saw my Instagram. There was 2 flies on my ceiling just going at it. One was like sitting on top of the other one. Like, what is going on? It's just like they're taking over the whole house. It's mental. But yeah, really annoying, man. They just seem to be like more and more coming out of nowhere. But yeah, guys, so today, going to be taking a look at the Bitcoin chart. Obviously, it is the king, and the market will follow what Bitcoin basically does at this moment in time. So we'll definitely be taking a look at that. Ethereum chart, king of the altcoins as well. We'll take a peek at XRP, Luna, Band, MIR, and also Eric for commenting on my video wanted me to take a look at Cocos. I've got that chart up as well, so I'll bring that up towards the end too. So I'll take a look at that too. Remind me towards the end, Tony. I'll take a quick look at that as well. I'll see what's going on over there too. I won't do like so many, but because like I said, a lot of them are very, very similar the way they are patterned out at the moment, with how the charts are looking. So at this point in time, a lot of them are basically within the same area, following the same patterns. But yeah, towards the end, mention your coins, guys, once I'm done, and we will take a quick look. John, happy Crypto Thursday from Kansas. Happy Crypto Thursday to you as well, my man. Niz, I see you. I will do all of this. Like I said, remind me towards the end. What I want to basically do today is obviously you guys know my stance on the whole crypto market as it is right now. I do believe it is very bullish. I do believe we are going to be grinding our way back up. But I'll just try and mention certain areas that we need to kind of stay above just for it to, maintain its bullishness. So I want to just kind of be looking at both sides of the idea of, whether it's going up or down. Longer term, I do think it's just going to be grinding its way back up. You know my stance on it. But yeah, we'll take a look at it anyway. And yeah, we'll take it from there. So let's dive straight into it. Obviously, the first one that I want to be taking a look at is Bitcoin. And again, I will repeat it, and I think it's very important to repeat it. Wyckoff accumulation is happening within Bitcoin, and I will bring Wyckoff accumulation up every single time I take a look at Bitcoin, because that is exactly what I believed it was following. So this is what Wyckoff accumulation is for some of the people that don't know. I won't go over it in huge detail, only because I've covered it so many times. But here we go. This is what Wyckoff looks like. Phase A, capitulation. Phase B, accumulation within your resistance area, and you come back to your support area. Phase C, you dip below that support. So basically, this would have been our 30K in dollars for Bitcoin right here. This would have been our 28K, like a bear trap. We dip below it. Everyone gets scared until it bounces back up, hits our previous support again, and heads back up. And as we can see on our Bitcoin chart right here, it's exactly the same. So let me just make it full screen for you all. Here we go. So Bitcoin, phase A, our capitulation. Phase B, we hit our support area right here. We also hit our resistance area twice, as you can see. So support, resistance, accumulation, support, resistance, accumulation. Phase C, the most important phase in my opinion. Again, we dip below our previous support to scare everyone out. It's called a spring or an accumulation bottom. It will dip below our previous support level of 30K, scare everyone out until it bounces straight back up and then bounce on top of support again. In this case, as you can see right there, guys, we dipped below that previous 30k resistance area, scared everyone out. Remember, everyone was going mental. Oh, 28.5k, the world is ending, etc., etc. And then it bounced back up, came back to hit support, just like we done here, just like it shows right there. And as we can see, as of this moment, we are just grinding our way back up. Okay, now you may be saying to yourself, you know, what is actually going on here, because we've got a little dip going on. But we need to realize that, you know, these things, it may just look like it's very quick, but they take ages. This little area right here where we've just been in phase B, you've got to understand that that area in phase B took, let's have a look, we've been in that for just over a month, 32 days. Yeah, 32 days. So, you know, phase D could play out a little bit longer as well. We could be looking, you know, deeper into July. You never actually know how long these things are going to take. Okay, so I just feel like it's very important that people understand that, because what tends to happen within crypto is that, you know, as soon as I present a chart, and I'm just talking on behalf of some of the people because I know how it can be, because I've been there before, right? Cool. I've been presenting the case of Wyckoff accumulation for 3 weeks now, over 3 weeks. Great. It seems like it's following exactly what it's doing. It's playing out perfectly. But as soon as there's like another dip in the market, it comes with a lot more panic again, and people forget, you know, what's actually happening, if that makes sense. They're very, very quick to forget that, you know, this market does seem like it's very bullish. You know, it's following Wyckoff accumulation, which always has a bullish ending where we grind back up. However, when there's that little dip, that goes out of your head and you start thinking to yourself, oh, you know, this is boring, sideways. You got to think further ahead of time. And if we do take a look at this right now, as you can see here, what we're doing whenever we are coming out of phase C into phase D, we're basically creating higher lows. You see here, this was our low. This is a higher low, okay? We've dipped again here, but it's a higher low. Come up, dipped again here, but it's a higher low, higher low. We see that every time. And if we actually come off all of this and I clear it up for you guys, and I just go to this hourly chart for you, and I zoom out, make this a little bit bigger. So this is the hourly chart on Bitcoin right now. This was when we did have our capitulation, our accumulation bottom, our spring, that 28.5K. That was right there. So as you can see, so we made our low, higher low, higher low, higher low. Okay. And all we are basically doing right now, guys, is following exactly that. If we get this and just go across, we simply are just making, see that, low, higher low. And I personally believe we could even come back down to touch these areas to make another higher low, which could lay around the between 32 and 32.5K. We could come back to touch that. If I'm ignoring the wicks right there at the bottom, if I'm completely ignoring these wicks and I go like that, as you can see, it could even just be a little bit quicker than that, just below 33K. So, you know, we could be just consolidating in this area until we do actually come to touch it, creating another higher low. But it just goes to show Wyckoff accumulation. Can you guys see this? I'm just making sure you can, and it's not me talking. Yes, you can see it. So I always get scared when it's like that. But yeah, as you can see, we are creating higher lows here after coming out of phase C, and I believe we are somewhere around this area right now. That's where I personally believe we are. Okay, not financial advice or anything, guys, but you know, it's looking very, very good at this moment in time, right? But let's look at it from the flip side, right? If we take a look at Bitcoin and you know, understand what we actually need to do, you know, what would invalidate Wyckoff accumulation, for example? What would say to me, right, this is no longer Wyckoff accumulation? It's been playing out perfectly so far, but what would say to me, right, that is not Wyckoff accumulation anymore? Basically, if we came back down here, okay, if we even broke that low of 28.5K, that would completely invalidate the thought process of Wyckoff accumulation, because that would not happen. This was our spring. That should be there. And after that happens, typically we grind our way back up. Okay, whether, you know, we could have some volatility where we are dipping and creating these higher lows, but we do not want it to basically break below there. In fact, we don't really want it breaking below our 30K. So 30K right there, you know, literally right there, we don't really want it coming back below that. That would completely invalidate Wyckoff accumulation. It's played out perfectly so far, but at this point in time, we don't want that to happen. But where do we want Bitcoin to go until we start getting excited? I've been saying it for a while now, and it's just basically this area right here. Because as you can see here, our resistance area, it's not an actual price target, it's just an area, because we see here, we hit it there, we hit it there. In Bitcoin's actual case, we come into the area here, we come into the area there. Before we actually capitulated, as you can see, we actually built a little bit of support on top of our resistance, see right there, until we crashed straight below it. So what I would like Bitcoin to do is get back towards a 42K area, clear above 42.5K. You look to the prices here, 42.5K, and I want us to clear that and basically close the day or the 4-hour time frame above it. That to me would then start indicating a lot more bullishness. Things will actually start getting along the road. However, in Bitcoin's case, the way things have actually been going, you know, you can expect something that can play out a little bit like that, which can kind of drag it across towards the end of July until we really start, you know, seeing some exciting price action. So once again, guys, it is a very, very patient game. It's a really patient game when it comes to crypto. Nothing happens very quickly. They make sure you suffer for a long time and go through hell before you get rewarded, right? So it's just very important to understand that. And whatever dip we're going through, just realize, cool, this is normal. This is absolutely normal for it to do that, right? So yeah, make sure that's in your head and you are always understanding, you know, how long things can actually take in crypto. There's a lot of hype that comes with it, and people can promise other people that you get rich overnight. Not like that at all. I always say it took me 9 months before I started seeing any money, until things really started going for me. But you know, you have to stay patient, but keep with it, keep trust, and yeah, understand what's actually going on in the market. We can see where we'd have to go below until we can start, you know, maybe bringing in some kind of question marks. But at this moment in time, Wyckoff's looking very good. So, you know, Bitcoin's looking very, very good at this moment in time anyway, guys. All right. Let's just catch up on some of these comments from you guys. Yes, Jonathan, how you doing, man? Thanks for joining. Pirate Chain, thank you very much for joining too. Adam, you can see. Okay, that's good. That's good. So, Tana, if we are where you think, then I assume most of your funds are invested. Look, at this moment in time, I am very much balls deep in crypto. I must be honest with you guys. And, you know, when the time comes where I am out of the market, or the majority of my money is out of the market, I will tell people. It is just my opinion. Of course, it's not financial advice. However, you know, I will let people know what I'm doing if that's what people, you know, want to do as well. It's just my opinion, though, like I said. But at this moment in time, you know, we've had our correction. These corrections have happened in previous bull runs as well, to the exact same extent. So it is nothing new or surprising to me. In fact, when I first started, you know, letting some of my friends know to get into crypto back in like February time, I said to them, guys, we are going to have some kind of fat 50 to 60% correction. I warned them it was going to happen, because historically it happened in 2017. It happened in 2013. We had these big corrections before we then completed our final high. And, you know, we have had it at this point as well. So, you know, I wasn't shocked. Of course, it shocks you when it comes out of nowhere. Completely understand that, because it does happen very quickly, and then we're stuck in a range for a long time. So then it becomes even more boring, even more frustrating. But to me, I'm excited. I'm still in. And, you know, I've been telling people my opinions on this channel for a long time now. You know, people like Dan watching, he knows. He was there from the get-go. I told him my opinions, Wyckoff accumulation. And, you know, we've been through that journey together, watched it actually happen together. So it's just really good to see that is actually what is happening. And Wyckoff accumulation is extremely bullish. So yeah, I am still in. What's the best time frame for trading accurately in your experience? I would say the 1 hour, 4 hour, and daily. However, there is one chart that I'm going to be showing you on the monthly chart. I wouldn't really go anything under an hour, because a lot of it can become quite invalid and misleading. Because let's be honest, crypto is extremely volatile, as we know. Wicks can go up and down and can just make things invalidated. I'd stick to minimum 4 hour, but I usually use 4 hour. And then the daily, basically. If I wanted to go to 1 hour just to kind of see what could happen in the short term, then I will. Just like I showed you with Bitcoin right here. in regards to the higher lows, right? So this, if I go to the hourly chart, it kind of shows it really, really good. 2 seconds. So right there with Bitcoin, the hourly chart, it just kind of shows the whole. And the thing is, I'll show this in in all of these charts, right? Because these higher lows that we're seeing is good. It's very, very good to see. And it is happening in quite a lot of these charts. So the hourly time frame for little things like this, absolutely fine. But longer term trading, 4 hour and the daily chart is basically what I like to use anyway. Right, we've got... Yes, how's it going, man? Good to see you back here. Thanks for joining. Yes, Chris, hope your what was it? Your FET is all sorted now, my man. Eric, 2 years ago, I told my crypto friend to invest in waves. He didn't, but I brought a few just for a few cents and then sold shortly after. Now it's worth almost $16. Yeah, it kind of goes back to the whole thing with crypto, right? You got to hold, but it's not just holding. Anyone can hold something. You got to hold. I'm talking you got to hold. They don't call it diamond hands for no reason, right? With crypto, if you're holding something, you're going to get stabbed in the back. You're going to go through the highs of highs. You're going to cry. You're going to be angry. You're going to have arguments with your family. Extremely normal, man. You're going to go through the most, and they don't give it to you easy. Okay. So yeah, I'm not surprised at that at all. Chase Crypto Buy, I really enjoy your page. The best crypto related page on Facebook without a doubt. Oh, thanks, man. That's really nice to hear. Thank you very much. I appreciate it, my man. We got Dan. If I had known what I do now since watching you, I would have pulled my profit out ready for the dip, but typical noob think it's going to keep going up. Look, man, I didn't pull any money out before the dip because you don't know when the dip's going to happen. You've got absolutely no idea. Things can be very, very rosy, very good, and then the massive dip will happen. Let's get one thing straight here. The majority of the people in this market, right, all of these crypto noobs, whatever you want to call them, right, because everyone's a noob when they get into it, when they start. They don't know what's best, right? Most of them got in at the top of Bitcoin, right? When all the hype was happening, everything was popping off. Everyone brought at the top there. Your friends telling you, oh, buy this coin. In a week, you're going to make this much money, blah, blah, blah. So everyone brought. What happened after everyone brought? Bang, massive dip. It comes at the most unexpected time, every single time. So, but you just got to ride through it, man. Just how it goes. That's it. Managing emotions is the most important part in investing. And like I said before, I've been on a course on how to actually manage my emotions. And it was the best thing I've ever done. It really was. It might sound ridiculous, but it's helped me a lot from my journey. Do you think there'll be a dip this weekend? Hoping to stack some more coins. Also, any new updates on Binance? Thanks. I don't know when there'll be a dip. Obviously, like I said, crypto is very, very impossible to time, predict. You could only take a look at charts and see what could happen in the short or long term. But I'm not sure. In regards to Binance, though, no update, man, in the depositing. However, I've got a video coming out tomorrow for all of you to watch. It's basically like a little loophole which you can use to get money onto Binance. The fastest, cheapest, quickest way to get money onto Binance. You do have to have Coinbase downloaded. So if you are interested in getting money onto Binance whilst Binance is down for maintenance or still down for however long for deposits, get Coinbase downloaded because I've got a video coming out for you guys tomorrow showing you how you can get money on there. Okay, so you can definitely do that. Yours was one of the first channels to provide clarity and reassurance on the Binance situation. Thank you for that. Anytime, man. I'm just trying to update the people, anytime. What else we've got? Which platform using the UK? Still using Binance? Any other recommendations? Low fees? I'm not a fan of Coinbase due to their fees. I only use Binance for my coins and KuCoin. However, obviously, the only reason I've used Coinbase in this instance is to get money onto Binance. I'm kind of using it, but Binance and KuCoin are the coins where I actually have the majority of my coins. Breezy, I went to deposit yesterday after the stream, but I still suspended. You heard any? Nah, still nothing, man. I'll let everyone know, though, as soon as I do get some kind of information. I'm on it. Literally, first thing I wake up in the morning, I'm looking at the news, trying to find something to update you guys. Hence why this morning's news video, if you haven't seen it, I don't blame you. I haven't had an update in regards to Binance. I had to do some other news because other stuff going on, but I'll keep you guys updated the more it goes, Good info, ton of keeping it real. Thank you very much, man. Yep, still down, but like I said, we'll keep you updated. Look out for the video tomorrow. It'll help you a lot. Anyone having issues with Binance DeFi staking? Mine showing an upgrade and can't stake. Tanner, man, you got anything? I don't, unfortunately, I don't actually stake anything on Binance. My staking stuff is like on different apps and desktops, but I don't actually know. I don't know if that's got any relation to the whole UK thing. It's just a matter of waiting and just being a little bit patient. Let's just show a little bit more patience until we actually get facts on what's actually happening, if that makes sense. But I'm sure we'll get some kind of news soon. It's been like 3-4 days now, but as I said, we'll keep you up to date as soon as I can. Anyway, guys, let's go into the next chart. The next one I want to look at is very, very important, okay? It's extremely important to for people to always understand to look at the Ethereum chart. Why? It's like the king of altcoins, okay? Ethereum is always a leader in every single bull run. When it comes to the altcoins, Ethereum is a leader. So whatever Ethereum seems to be doing, whether it's holding strong or, starting to grind up, we can kind of expect the same for other coins as well. So it's good to always have at least a little peek to see what it's doing, right? So let's just have a quick look at Ethereum and we'll see where we're standing with it. So this is Ethereum chart right here. I'm looking at it on the daily chart and I've got this right here. The reason why I've firstly got this bar right here, this area, is because obviously altcoins have been through the most lately, right? They've been absolutely hammered by Bitcoin's price action. So it's always good to zoom out a little bit and understand where we actually came down to. Is it still looking bullish? Did we break any type of support level? Can we be worried? Well, take a look at Ethereum here. Right here, when we were grinding up, we found resistance right here and right here until we finally broke above it, right? So this area is where I would have loved Ethereum to come back down to retest if we were having some kind of correction. And look, it done it perfectly twice. This was when Bitcoin went down to 30K. This was when Bitcoin went down to 28.5K. It held this area very, very well. In fact, it held it perfectly. Okay, so in this moment in time, Ethereum is looking very strong, held its support very, very well, and it's bounced out of there too. And if we then go to the 4-hour chart, and I'll zoom out a little bit. Let me take this off the screen for you guys. Cool. So now let's take a look at it from this point of view. Obviously, we saw with Bitcoin, with the higher lows, right, going up. Well, take a look at Ethereum here. In fact, it will probably be better on the hourly chart. Let's get it on the hourly chart. So this was the time when Bitcoin went down to 28K again, right? So if we even take it from here and we do that, we could see here that even Ethereum, higher low, higher low. And in this case with Ethereum, we've actually come back to touch that level again. Okay, so Ethereum is also looking very, very good. It's made 2 higher lows, just like we do in Wyckoff accumulation as we're grinding up. Of course, Bitcoin is the most valid for Wyckoff accumulation. However, Bitcoin is indeed trying to make its higher lows, right? So this is from Bitcoin here. But as you can see, it hasn't even come back down to touch this level to create that next higher low, whereas Ethereum is ahead of the game. So it's quite important to understand and look at what Ethereum is doing, because this is making higher lows. It is grinding its way back out there. It may not seem like it, but look how far we've come recently. We've literally been grinding up for the past few days, but not a lot of people actually see that. And, they're quite blind to actually realize that, we are actually out of this big, scary stage now. And it's just good to understand where we're heading. As long as it may take, it doesn't matter. As long as we are grinding, we will be there, right? It will get there at some point. So where should we be looking at if we were to have some kind of worry? Well, it just kind of comes back to the whole area of support again, right? So if I just draw that area for you guys again, which was right in here. Okay, where we came back down to touch, this is obviously proved to be a very, very strong area. Resistance here, ended up being support here and support here. That confirms to me that this level, I'd probably say the lowest will probably be about $1,500. Okay, around this area would be the lowest I'd go. If we start breaking that, then you could probably expect Ethereum to go all the way down to like the $620 mark, which we don't want to be seeing anytime soon, and it doesn't look like we're going to be seeing that anytime soon. Okay, so yeah, obviously looking great on Bitcoin's front, looking really good on Ethereum's front as well. So the king and the leader of altcoins, they're looking very, very good at this point in time. So that's obviously really, really bullish to see as well. John, I noticed some will convert their coin to XRP or XLM to transfer between exchanges. Is XRP and XLM a quasi crypto equivalent to money market fund. I'm not sure what that word means, if I'm being honest. However, tomorrow's video does include XLM. At this moment in time, the SEC over XRP's head and Coinbase taking off for at this moment, I am using XLM as an example because it is the cheapest and quickest coin to transfer at this moment in time. So stay tuned for the video tomorrow, and yeah, you'll definitely see, and it'll definitely help a lot of people out. And of course, as we can see, there are going to be so many different opinions regarding Binance, but it's one of those things, right? I don't want to give so much of a big opinion at right now because there's no facts on it, no matter how much I look. And the timing is impeccable. Scary. Yep, government is cracking down. I completely get it. And I get why you'd say things like that. I just don't want to give people false information, if that makes sense. As you guys said earlier, I'll try to keep it real. So I'm not here for hype. I'm not going to start saying, right, this is it, finished. I'm not going to start saying, right, no, it's okay. When it first started, I did say the banning in Binance is not actually being banned, and I explained why. But this deposit withdrawal thing, I was only reporting what was being reported to me, which is down for maintenance. Withdrawals are back up though, which makes you think, why isn't deposits back up? So again, just about being patient, guys, and just seeing it out. Honestly, it's just about seeing it out. So based on the higher lows, do you think Bitcoin is uptrending again? Yes, that is basically what I think, because obviously, again, when you take into fact that Bitcoin has been in Wyckoff accumulation, as seen in this photo right here, this is what Wyckoff accumulation looks like. And what confirmed Wyckoff accumulation to me was this accumulation bottom, this spring we had. This area right here is a scary moment within Wyckoff accumulation where we go below our previous support, which would have been 30K. We dipped to 28.5K. Everyone was scared. Then we immediately bounced back up, and now we're grinding our way up. And it's literally exactly what happened. This was our 28.5K. Look at that bounce up right there. This is the 1 hour chart, guys. So literally, we went from 28.5K all the way back up to 34K that was 1 p.m. Literally the next day, 2 a.m. in the morning. So you're literally looking at like 12 hours or something for it to go up like 8K. That is the bounce we got there. This was the retest of the previous support at 30K, as you can see, right on the trend line as well, which also confirms that back test of our previous support. So to me, we are now grinding back up. We are now going to be seeing these higher lows, right? But it's just a matter of, how long is it going to take? Because we've got no idea. These things can be quick. These things can be slow. The way the market has been moving recently, although it's been good with Wyckoff accumulation playing out perfectly, the market, in my opinion, is still very bullish, but it's very slow. It is grueling out there, basically. But, I'm very, very optimistic that, if we just wait it out, it will be very, very good. You believe the government don't want us to be financially independent. They want to eventually ban crypto and hate the banks. And the banks hate crypto. Yeah. And that's exactly it. And the reason for that is because you are seeing things such as savings protocols, like that video done on Anchor Protocol. You can earn a fixed 20% a year on your coin, on your stable coin. Okay. If you haven't seen that video, go check it out. It's Anchor Protocol. You could literally deposit money into Anchor Protocol and earn a fixed 20% a year, and you earn that interest every 6 seconds. So you can make yourself a passive income if you wanted to. What bank is going to do that? You walk into Nationwide tomorrow, they'll offer you a lucrative 0.05% APY on your savings account. Why on earth would you do that when you've got crypto who are offering up to 20% APY? Banks hate crypto. Crypto will take over banks. It is inevitable. In the future, we could be seeing crypto everything. So, that is absolutely what is happening, in my opinion, man. You're holding all the way, same as me, man. I'll take a look for you towards the end of the stream, bro. How can one make deposits on Binance safer? It's difficult to say, man. Obviously, look, crypto is unregulated. We all know that. Okay, crypto is unregulated in Europe, everywhere. And it becomes very, very difficult to answer that question because of all of these money laundering hacks, scams, everything else happening. And banks are probably getting fed up with it, understandably. So I don't blame them. However, there needs to be some kind of middle ground. And as I said, Binance and the FCA in the UK, they're definitely talking at this moment in time, trying to figure something out. I don't know if that's got anything to do with deposits, because withdrawals are fine. So I don't see why deposits wouldn't be. But, like I said, guys, I know I keep saying it, but we just have to wait for facts to come out. It's just a patient game. Just like you're waiting for crypto to go up, we're waiting for Binance deposits to come back. Just wait. But yeah, tomorrow video will be out showing you how to actually deposit, okay? So guys, I was obviously talking about one of the charts showing the monthly chart, and why sometimes it is good to fully zoom out and see what's going on, okay? XRP. Why is it important to take a look at XRP? Well, it's all of these coins, especially these OG coins that have been around for a long time, looking at the data among them is always good to show the story of what's actually happening. You don't always have to look at Bitcoin and Ethereum. Look at these OG coins as well, and they'll tell you a story. Now, with XRP, we understand that XRP had a massive resistance level for 3 years. Okay, and it was basically around that 65 to 70 cent level, this right here. Now, this chart does not go back 3 years. However, I am on TradingView. It doesn't have all of the data, but this line that I've got right here was basically a resistance level for the good part of 3 years, right? We basically hit it here. Look, we never managed to close above it. Okay, we hit it here, we hit it there. Literally back in November, we hit it as well. Couldn't close above it. For those of you that don't know what close above it means, I'll show again. These lines are wicks. These are wicks. But as you can see, they've only wicked above it. Where this candle closes, that's where it closed. So we never managed to close above that area. Now, what did we do? Well, we finally broke above it. As you can see, not only broke above that level, we smashed above that level. This is the monthly chart. Remember, each candle represents 1 month. So after we smashed above it, it's always good to come back and retest that level to now turn that resistance into support, which is what we did. Now, as Bitcoin capitulated and went down to 30K or 28.5K, as you can see, it got quite scary because XRP also broke down below that level as well. So this was the June month. So literally yesterday, this candle closed yesterday. Okay, we're now back there, right? So why is it important to actually take a look at this? Why am I talking about that? Well, even though we did wick below it, we managed to close above it a day before the month actually closed. I don't know if you guys realized, but literally for the past 2 had been grinding up, and it went back into the 70s, into the 70 cent area. And it done that because it wanted to ensure that it closed above its previous resistance level. So at this moment in time right now, this is still turned into support. Okay, if we had closed below this level, we could have probably seen XRP go back down towards the 30 cent area again. As hard as it is to believe, that is what we would have seen, but we didn't. We wicked below it. Wicks are fine. We closed the month above that level, and we were trading below that level for the whole of June. The good 80 to 90% of June, we were trading below that level, but coincidentally, we closed above it in the last day or two. Okay. So that's why it was extremely important to take a look and understand where we are with XRP. And I say it's always good to look at the OG coins. It tells a story. Well, if XRP is still very bullish, if XRP still hasn't even made a new all-time high in a bull market, in an alt season, then have we really completed alt season? Is this bull market really over? You got to think about all these things. It's not just about looking at Bitcoin, seeing what it's doing. Bitcoin's doing what it's doing, okay? I still think it's bullish, but then look at these OG coins that haven't even made an all-time high. Typically, every bull run, coins will make a new all-time high. Crypto is known for their bull runs because they are extremely volatile. They go absolutely mental, like we saw with Dogecoin. Bitcoin was $8,000 last year. It went up to $65,000. These have not happened in the majority of altcoins at this moment in time. So you need to understand that, it's not all about Bitcoin. Why haven't these other coins made new all-time highs? There's so many different questions you need to ask yourself, okay? So that's why it's important to not only look at Bitcoin, the king, to not only look at Ethereum, the king of altcoins, but to also look at OG coins as well, such as your XRPs, your Litecoins, and other ones like them. Okay, so that is basically with XRP. So we are literally sitting back above our previous massive 3-year resistance. Okay, which is looking very, very bullish. Okay, so that is XRP. Geez, right, John, how's it going, man? Thank you very much for joining as well. One just got to look at the standstill as a good time to invest more before the breakout. That's exactly what I'm basically doing. As I always say, guys, not financial advice, but every opportunity I have with these dips, I've loaded up, man. I've loaded up. I've been in this market for over a year now, and I have understood where we're going to go, and I've understood what I can expect. One of the things that I would have expected was this massive drop in Bitcoin in the market before we surge on to make new all-time highs. And I expected it, and it's happened. So, I've got to stick to that. I've literally got to stick to that. Cameron, new question. No question's a new question, bro. We've all been there, right? How does a value of a coin go up? So, example, with Cardano secure smart contracts, what makes the price go from 14 go to 14 pound a coin? Sorry, just going to crypto 3 weeks ago. That's right. It's all to do with supply and demand. But with these like announcements of coins, whenever they've got something dropping, for instance, with Cardano moving on to securing smart contracts or whatever it may be, it could basically enable people to actually then go and buy the coin because of this big news announcement. However, it becomes dangerous because what they always say is buy the news, sell the announcement. Because what people will do, they will buy as soon as they hear the news, expecting it to explode. But then what would happen? Whilst they've been buying, the price has already been going up. But the noobs will expect a big price explosion once this announcement actually drops. But the big players will actually sell. They'll sell the announcement because they'll take their profit and run. So just be careful with things like that. Sinead, thanks for joining. I am not too sure whether now is a good time to invest in Bitcoin. The idea is to buy low and sell high, but there are a lot of experts saying Bitcoin is going to drop further. Look, the market is very, very dangerous in regards to opinions. And as I always say, I'm just a guy on YouTube giving my opinion. So you don't have to follow it. There's a lot of people saying it's going to go up. There's a lot of people saying it's going to go down. I can only go off the data that I believe I'm seeing. I'm only going off the data that I have believed in for a very long time and expected. So it's dangerous. Whenever you're on social media, you're scrolling through, one person's going to say one thing, the next person's going to say another. One person's saying Bitcoin's going to 100K, the next person's saying Bitcoin's dropping to 20K. What do you do? Do you know what I mean? So, just be careful. Don't invest more than you can afford to lose is probably the only advice I can give there. And just try and do your own research, guys. As I say, I'm just giving my opinion, okay? But I get where you're coming from. It can be very, very confusing. With our funds, which are already on Binance, is there a way of increasing their safety as they are they put into software wallet within Binance? How are funds and tokens in a wallet traded on the platform? Whenever your funds are on Binance in the wallet, they are on the exchange. They are not in a safe wallet or anything like that at all, right? So you can only move it to a safe wallet. I've done a video on actually using understanding how to use Trust Wallet, which is an offline decentralized wallet, which was where I store my crypto. If the time did come where Binance did have to move assets out because they're moving to a Binance UK for example, or whatever reason, they will let people know and they'll give people a time limit on when to actually move it, how to do it. So yeah, at this moment in time, wouldn't worry too much because we don't have any news or facts, but we'll definitely just have to wait and see. Yes, Arsenal fan 13. Thanks for joining, man. You can't just rely on altcoin chart and compare with Bitcoin. Their tech and market adoption are also key things too. Yeah, it can be. I have my own opinion on that. Look, it's one of those things. People talk about XRP, right? XRP being the coin, the digital currency that is being adopted by whoever else because it is solving a worldwide issue with fast payments, right, across the world. It's been doing that for a while, and every time they seem to be announcing a new partnership with another company, for example, why isn't the coin going up? Charts don't lie is what I would say to that. Charts do not lie. Data does not lie. History does not lie. And if you understand that and read charts, look, I'm not a pro chart reader. As you can see, everything I do is so basic. I don't use all of these indicators or whatnot, but I'm a strong believer in charts do not lie. And, all of this market adoption, absolutely. But it's all about the long-term stuff, okay? Because I completely get where you're coming from. It is true. Adoption does drive the price up. But I don't know whether or not you're talking about like immediate things like, oh, we've now partnered with this company, the price should now go up. Do you know what I mean? I think that over time will make the price rise, if that makes sense. Because it then becomes a crypto that many, many people are using. So I get what you're saying. I saw people commenting on YouTube that they have happily hired someone called Mrs. Janet as a trader, and they say she traded on behalf to make profits for them. Is she legit or a scam? For who? For Binance? I don't know. Are you talking about Binance? Let me know. What's happening with the UK and Binance? Any news today? No news today at the moment, bro. I've got a video dropping tomorrow showing you how to get money onto Binance a different way whilst we are waiting, though. I will keep you updated, though. What does altcoin exactly mean? An altcoin is every other coin other than Bitcoin. So you got Bitcoin, Bitcoin's Bitcoin. Every other coin is an altcoin. Same. I completely get what you mean, especially when you're new, especially when you're new. I get it. That's why I wanted you to check comp, because bearish market of it was in parallel with Bitcoin, but bullish as of now, simply days ahead compared to Bitcoin. Oh, I took comp. Yeah. Leaders, and it always comes to leaders and laggers. So that's another thing I've been talking about. Comp has shown to be a leader within the market within the last few days. For people that don't understand what Tony's talking about, I'll show you quickly right now. Comp has basically broken out. Oh, I'm on the monthly chart. Give me 2 seconds. Let me go to the daily. Let me go to the 4 hour. That'll probably even explain it a little bit better. So what we could see here with comp, guys. Okay, what we can see with comp is, as you can see, that this would have been the 30K for Bitcoin. This would have been the 28K for Bitcoin, right? It's literally got out of there a lot more than other coins. It's got back to this level right here. In comparison to Bitcoin, if we go to the bigger chart, so this is Bitcoin, right? Comp is basically here. 2 seconds. Comp is basically chilling right here. It's back at these levels, that previous high. Okay, comp is back there. See that previous high right there? That's where comp's chilling. It's proven to be a leader in the market. So it's, we have to always establish who the leaders and the laggers are in the market. There's always going to be a leader. There's always going to be a lagger. So it's always good to see who the leaders are, because it tells you a story for the rest of them as well. We've always got to understand that. This is where comp is literally bounced out of there majorly back to this level. And that level is the equivalent to Bitcoin getting back here. And as you can see, it's not there yet. Okay. But yeah, I get what you're saying, man. Comp has been a leader in the market within the last few days. So it's always good to understand that too, for sure. Are there certain altcoins that follow Bitcoin? Like, if everything will follow, there will come a time where a decoupling will happen and things will go on a major, major surge. Hence why we haven't seen the real alt season, in my opinion, yet. But at this moment in time, things will follow Bitcoin. As you can see, when Bitcoin goes down, up, things could break away individually, but most of the time, yes, they will follow Bitcoin. Anytime, man. Is Bitcoin the safest crypto to buy into? It's very expensive. Not necessarily. That's all about doing your own research on your own coins and understanding what they do and what the future is for them. Things will go into a bear market. And when things go into a bear market, so will Bitcoin. And you will know when a bear market is here. Trust me, you will know. Have you thought about making a Discord? No, I do have a Discord with some of my friends with quite a few people in it where I used to help them. Haven't thought about making a Discord in regards to like you guys though. But it's a good idea because I can update everyone on when a video is dropping and all that. So I'll definitely think about it, man. Yeah, exactly. What 5 altcoins do you believe in the most? It's hard to answer at this moment in time, but Luna for sure. MIR, it being part of Luna's ecosystem, I definitely believe in MIR as well. Luna the most, of course. So Luna, MIR, I'm very, very bullish on Band. Other ones, it's very difficult to say. Very, very difficult to say. I'm in quite a few coins, but what one do I believe in the most? If you want one, it will be Luna. Luna will be the one I believe in the most out of all of them. Anytime, man, anytime. Speaking of Luna, guys, that is the next chart we're going to be taking a look at. Luna has been one of my all-time favorite coins, and I do believe it's just going to go, go wherever it wants to go. But yeah, Luna for me has been one of the coins I speak about a lot on this channel, and I'm very, very bullish on Luna. And as we can see here, it's keeping it very simple. Luna has simply done a breakout of this trend, as we can see, and we've just come back to retest it. And it's always good whenever we break out of something. It's always known as resistance. Okay, so this would have clearly been our resistance. We hit it here, we hit it there, we hit it there. We finally broke out of it, and we've come back to retest it as resistance now. It would obviously be invalid if we started trending below this line again. However, we're currently not. We're now retesting it as resistance. And what would usually happen is that we could just maybe just go sideways a little bit before we start going up. Hopefully, we do not go below that level. So just a quick one on Luna. I wanted to cover it because I'm so bullish on it. So I'm assuming, you know, some people may actually be in it. But Luna's looking very good at this point in time as well. Currently at $5.9, just to get back to his high, which was a few months ago, which was at $22. You know, 3-4 times your money just to that high. And yeah, very, very bullish on Luna. Speaking of Luna, for those that are staking it, new airdrop dropping for the UK guys, 4 a.m. So if you are staking Luna, you'll be getting a Genesis Mine airdrop from staking Luna, and you'll be receiving those rewards weekly as well to claim. So just a side thing there as well. 1 inch, you invested in that now. Good for you. Good for you. I'm in it as well. Obviously, that was my crypto pick of the week yesterday. So if you haven't looked at 1 inch, definitely take a look. It is a decentralized exchange. And talking about decentralization, guys, you know, I do think that is where the world will be moving to in regards to exchanges. It will not have any of the problems that Binance has at this moment in time, with all the regulations, with all the laws, with all the rules. Yeah, decentralized exchanges are going to be the way to go in the future. So 1 inch being one of the best ones out there, in my opinion. I definitely have a look at looking and researching into 1 inch if you have not already. Anytime, man. Miss Janet Trace, for people not sure on which platform, I saw an influx of comments praising her. Oh, dude, I know what you're talking about now. They're scam comments, man. They will do that to get people to interact and take their numbers down. Ignore them. Anytime you see anything like that, ignore it, guys, in the comments, okay? There's been a lot of scams around my page pretending to be us. One of the scams, right, even called themselves Pinned by Bitcoin, by Crypto Bible, to make it look like we've pinned the comment in the comment section of YouTube. Ridiculous. So smart, but ridiculous. So yeah, ignore all that stuff. Ignore all that stuff. Trust the Luna process, 100%. Yes, Alex, how's it going, man? Thank you for joining. Hi there. I just invested in Bitcoin only, £100 a few months ago. Is it a good time to buy more as it's lost money and I feel unsure? Definitely start looking at some of my videos, bro. I completely get how you feel. I'm assuming you would have invested into it through all the hype that was happening. Very, very scary times. I get it. Just be patient is what my advice would be. I personally think the market is very bullish at this moment in time. It's just going to take a lot of patience. And I do believe that Bitcoin has bottomed and it will be grinding up. Not financial advice, just my opinion. But I do feel like, yes, it would be a good time to invest in pretty much a lot of stuff in the crypto market right now. Big up Lee Gunner as well. Decentralized exchange. So you've got centralized exchange where you basically have to give all of your information like you would have done to Binance, your passport, your address, your name, your number, all of that stuff, right? Decentralized exchange is none of that. You basically are literally just depositing money on it, and everything is decentralized. It's offline, so it's got nothing to do with anyone else outside it, right? This sun is beaming in my face right now. Let me turn a little bit more here. Is that a bit better? I don't want to make sure you can see me. But yeah, that's what a decentralized exchange is. Ridiculous, right? So smart, but ridiculous. Okay, so I suppose I just explained that as well. If there's a decentralized exchange, won't banks block card payments? Does decentralized mean private? How would we deposit money onto decentralized exchange? Do they exist now? Are they making one? Well, the thing is, there will always be centralized exchanges as well. I'm sure they'll find ways to deposit money on it, but what you'd be able to do is deposit money on a centralized exchange like Binance or Coinbase and then move it to a decentralized exchange, vice versa, getting it out. But there will be ways, of course. like I said, literally just like I said as well. But of course, they will definitely come up with certain ways. They will partner with certain companies which will enable people to do that. We are moving into new territory. And this is crypto, man. Nothing is capped. Something will be done for sure. So yeah, we'll wait and see what happens. For those of you that don't know what 1inch is, you've obviously got Uniswap, PancakeSwap, where you go on there and you could get cryptos on there. But fees could be a lot. 1inch is basically like the Go Compare of decentralized exchanges. If you want to buy something on it, it will compare every single decentralized exchange and make sure you are buying from the one that gives you the lowest rate. That's why 1inch will be huge in the future, in my opinion. How would you suggest keeping a note on how much you paid for your coins so you know where you are? Binance does have that option. Every app will have that option. You can find that if you go to the homepage on Binance, then click more, then click orders, and then click the middle button, the tab, I forgot what it's called. All of your orders will come up there and you'll be able to see it. I could do a video on it soon. Have you heard of about MT Gox? Yes, I've heard of MT Gox. It was one of the very first exchanges to come out. I'm actually working on a massive video for you all, and it's all to do with the history of cryptocurrency and Bitcoin, where it came from, how it came about. It is going to be a very, very long video, but very educational, and it's going to shock a lot of people. So stay tuned for that. I just subscribed. Thank you very much for subscribing, man. I'm also a YouTuber. What cryptocurrency you suggest right now apart from Bitcoin? So what I'll do, bro, I'll give you some of the coins that I've done for my crypto pick of the week. If you don't know, my live streams on Wednesdays, every Wednesday, I do a crypto pick of the week where I go for a coin which I'm personally like or I'm holding, go through all the research, and then you can obviously decide if you want to invest in it. I definitely suggest having a look at Luna, MIR, Band, SXP, 1inch. These are all of some of the cryptos that I've done in my crypto pick of the week, even FET. Take a look at some of these. Definitely take a look at Luna, man. They're some of the ones I would recommend anyway. Have you got a plan of your position should Bitcoin fall down further? I do, and my plans will be executed if Bitcoin does get to a certain stage, if that makes sense. Like I showed, some of these important resistance and support levels, if they're broken, I would have to reconsider everything. But right now, we're far away from that, man. So if that does happen, then yeah, I do have a plan in place. Anyway, let's take a look at the next chart, guys. I'll do just like one or two more. And it is the Band chart. Band, one of the ones I actually just mentioned. And again, it is another coin which has been in a massive, massive range, literally for a good part of nearly a year. 338 days. It has just been kind of ranging here. But why is it important to take a look at that? Because even though we're ranging, when Bitcoin did capitulate again, it came back to this very, very important area of support. This, when it was grinding up, as you could see, it got held as resistance here until we finally broke above it, and it got shown as support here and support here. So it's just going to show that these cryptos are holding very, very well. They are looking very strong. It's always, I understand all the panic that can happen when things are going down, but it's good to always zoom out and understand where we actually are in the charts, where these coins are actually are in their levels of support, and where they've come back down to retest. And seeing things like this on a coin that I'm personally bullish on, for it to come back and if someone said to me, if we were up here, right, if we were in this area right here, and they said to me, Band is about to go down, the whole market's about to go down, where would you want there to be some kind of support? Well, what I'd be saying is I would love for there to be some kind of support in this area right here, where we've come back, because that was where our resistance was. We showed support there as well, and we've just come back and retested it as support again. So it's just another confirmation that cryptos are holding very, very strong, right? Then we move over to MIR. MIR is another coin, which was one of my crypto pick of the weeks. This one's slightly different because it showed some strength here. However, it did find some resistance back in these areas here where it was shown as resistance here, then acted as support here as well, right? We actually had like a little breakout on the 18th of June. So it was a little bit of a while ago. Nonetheless, we still had it. And it was just kind of interesting to see where it came back to. And this would be the equivalent of Bitcoin heading back towards that 40K, 42K area. So it's just going to show in this case that we are still range bound. Okay. We are still probably going to be going sideways, maybe slowly grinding up. But it's just, good to understand where we are as of this moment in time. And what we could expect to come, basically. Right, what else have we got? What else have we got? Did you hear about the ARK Invest news? They're looking to create a Bitcoin ETF. No, I have not heard that, man. Have not. That doesn't surprise me though. Everyone's getting themselves involved in Bitcoin, isn't it? I sat down today and watched all the videos on Crypto Bible. Started at 7 a.m. and finished just before your live stream. Just want to say, well done, great content. I'm a fan. Best video. The tips on newbies on the 15 things not to do. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate that. Do you know what? That's very good. You've said that in regards to the 15 things on what not to do as a newbie. And for some of the newbies that are actually in here, I definitely recommend you go and at least take a look at that video, because it's a video that people definitely overlook. Well, I'm going to quickly put it in the chat right now for you guys, because a lot of people do overlook it and they may not be interested in videos like that. However, it's extremely important to understand the mistakes that I made as a newbie, and in this video I'm basically showing people what not to do. These are the stuff I done which could have caused me to lose money, and I just don't want you guys making the same mistakes, basically. So if you haven't watched that, guys, and you're quite new, you want to get some information, some advice, take a look at it. Okay, watch it. Yes, Hendon Gunnar, thank you very much for joining, man. What is your opinion on Ethereum crypto? So I covered it earlier in this stream as well. It is obviously known as the king of the altcoins. It is a leader. Personally, I'm not invested in Bitcoin or Ethereum because they're such leaders. I do believe that a lot of the profit to be made in those coins would have been made. I'm one of those guys that like to get in at the bottom of these coins to make the most profit. Okay, so that is the only reason why I'm not in them, not cussing them for no reason. I can't. How can I cuss, Ethereum and Bitcoin? It is the only thing. We're in here to make money, and personally, I think a lot of the money is to be made in the other altcoins. Enjoyed all your recent vids. The Binance situation, very interesting. Thank you very much, man. Yeah, very interesting. Still waiting for some news. I know you may have missed it. I've got a video coming out tomorrow. If people wanted to deposit money onto Binance to save a lot of money and not use the debit card option, which charges you 1.8%, I've got a video coming for you guys where you can actually use Coinbase to do a faster payment into Coinbase, which costs nothing. Trade it to XLM, move it to Binance, costs you nothing, basically. So stay tuned for that video tomorrow, guys. That should be able to help you guys out a lot. Have you seen German law allowing 415 billion investment into crypto takes effect? Yeah, doesn't surprise me at all, man. Crypto's popping at the moment, man. Regardless of all of the bad news we may be having in the UK, we've got to realize elsewhere around the world, there's a lot of good news happening. It is being adopted widely. And I think it's just going to be even more and more as we start getting into higher prices again. That's what I personally think anyway. How much is it? I don't know how much it costs to mine Bitcoin. I don't know. You've got to have all the computers and everything. I've never done it. I've got absolutely no idea how to do it. But yeah, I'm not too sure. So I'm sorry I can't help you on that question. Anyway, guys, I'm going to be taking some requests if you want me to take a look at some charts. Like I said, a lot of them are going to be very similar. They're all going to be very, very similar. I do know that one of you guys did actually comment on my short video, which I done, wanted me to take a look at Cocos. So if you are in here, bro, big up. Let me know if you are still in here, because I'm about to cover your chart, bro. And leave it in the comments if you want me to cover any other charts. I'll do like 2 or 3 before I end the stream, because we are entering that 1 hour period. Strax, I see you, Dan. I will do that for you. So Cocos, it doesn't have a lot of data, okay, on the chart. However, what we do have are certain important areas where we need to be taking a look at. So what I've done for you here, bro, if you are in here listening and watching, I've basically outlined some very important areas which we need to get through or hold in order for us to start grinding our way up higher. The level you do not want to be going below is 36.5 cents. That would bring us into new lows, basically, okay? The level that we ideally want to be heading through would be that 75 cent area. Okay, it was obviously resistance here, it was support here, and we found it as resistance recently as well. We want to break through that and head towards the $1.23 mark. It's basically just this area within here where we can basically just start grinding our way back up again. So if you want to screenshot this, take a photo. This is just my opinion. If you're watching, yeah, these are the areas that are basically of interest to me if I was in this coin. Okay, you are here. Okay, cool. Have a look, bro. That's basically what I was looking at there. Yes, Kazim, how you doing, man? Thank you very much for joining. Strax. Okay, bro. Let me get Strax on for you now. Let's have a quick look. I was actually thinking of doing this. I should have got something ready, but let's just take a quick look as well with Strax. So to be fair, taking a look at Strax again, look at that. Seems to be quite a leader within the market at this moment in time. If I just leave that on the daily chart, horizontal, see right here, this area, so where we're at right now would literally be the equivalent of Bitcoin being up here. So we talk about comp being a leader. As we can see, comp has headed its way back up there as well. As we can see, Strax has done the same thing. Okay, this is on the daily chart, and obviously this is on the 4-hour chart, hence why it looks like it's more. But yeah, Strax looking good, bro. We are literally back at that area. Seems to be acting as some kind of leader within the market. Ideally want to break that level, which lies at $1.9. You ideally want to crack through that to start heading into new all-time highs again. So yeah, Strax looking very, very good as well. We'll see how it does go within the next few days. What else we got? Audio, I see you. See how audio is doing. Okay, so audio is basically doing something extremely similar. If I go to the 4-hour chart, it's basically acting just like Bitcoin is as well. As you can see, Bitcoin should be, we want Bitcoin to get back up there just like Comp and Strax. But as you can see, Bitcoin is still literally like that. So it is following exactly what Bitcoin is doing at this moment in time anyway. But it is obviously good to see. We do seem to be having higher lows here. So even if we go from that previous low where 30K was, as you can see, we are making higher lows. Had our low there, higher low, higher low. Literally, we can count that as a bounce there. It seems like higher low. Seems to be grinding its way back up. So slowly but surely for audio as well. Hopefully that's helped you. But that seems to be going very, very well as well. Let's have a quick look. Sorry, guys. Just quite a few coming in. No worries at all, my man. No worries at all. Inflation is going to be crazy in America, so you're right on a higher price is the thing. Yep, I 100% agree with you, bro. Pond, one of my coins. I am personally in Pond as well. Let's take a quick look at Pond. I haven't looked at it in a while, actually. I know Pond does not have all the data in the world either, because it has not been on Binance for that long. But again, like I said, guys, a lot of these coins are just going to be in extremely similar positions. Okay, because as you can see all of this right here, these areas here, right? Exact same as Bitcoin, capitulation, resistance, support, and we've just kind of been, range bound. And it does seem to be following the exact same thing, as we can see here as well. Capitulation, resist. If I go to the daily chart, it'll probably make even more sense. So see that right there, all of this area right here, that is just literally the same on every chart. That is just that as well, as we could see. So yeah, with Pond as well, bro, I'm literally just waiting. Again, it will just be a case of us breaking that 7 to 8 cent area and just starting to grind our way back up again. I personally got into Pond when it was like 17 cents, so I'm quite down on it. I'm very optimistic on it though. So it's just about waiting, being patient, and getting back to those higher areas. I put that line up there from previously when I was taking a look at it, because as we could see, this did act as a big level of resistance. So we want to get out of this area here, which lies at about 7.5 cents. Then ideally we want to break that 12 cent. We did wick above it, as we could see, never closed above it. We want to go through that with conviction in regards to Pond. So yeah, guys, I'll do one more. No problem, my man. Pond, just taking a look at Pond. Chris, my man, I'll do Cosmos for you. I'll end it off with Cosmos. So let's take a look at that. It's Atom, right? Yeah, it's Atom. Make sure we go into the Binance chart. Okay, that's quite interesting with Cosmos as well. Seems to have been grinding its way up as well, bro. So yeah, that is where our Bitcoin area would have been. When I keep referring to the Bitcoin area, that area there is literally that area there. Oh god, hang on, no, it's not. 4-hour. That area there. Okay, so it's kind of similar to where we are at. We still want to be grinding our way back up, but as we can see, it does seem to be doing pretty well. We're still going. In regards to like prices, We ideally want to be breaking that, which lies at about $17. That area right there for a lot of coins is the same for a lot of them. That's what we ideally want to be breaking. Due to this entire capitulation, right? Once we do break that area, we'll literally just be flying back towards where we previously were, where our highs were. So in Atom's case, around that $30 mark. Okay, so it's just about being patient, guys, and waiting. And, you know, let's see how July does end up being. We'll just be patient with it, guys. But yeah, I definitely think it's going to get better. So yeah, let's just wait and see. Top 3 cryptos to get into right now. You keep coming at it, Arsenal, Alex, don't you, man? Look, do your own research, not financial advice, just my opinion. Luna, MIR, probably banned. I'd go for ban. I'd probably go for ban. Luna, MIR, ban. No worries at all, man. Yes, hope you're well as well, my man. You're coming in towards the end. I am going to end the stream off right now. I hope everyone has enjoyed the stream. Please leave a like if you haven't already. It's been a mad one. I've enjoyed this one. Guys, no stream tomorrow, unfortunately. My girlfriend, thankfully, she just got accepted to become a sonographer. Literally what she's been working for her whole life, wanted to be a sonographer. She was a radiographer, got the interview for sonography, was successful, taking her out to London tomorrow and over the weekend. Taking her cable car, some of the restaurants she's been wanting to go to for a long time. Got to treat the lady, man. Got to treat the lady. But yeah, no live stream tomorrow. However, there will be a video tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. I'm bringing my laptop with me in case there's some news coming out regarding Binance. So I'll try to do some little news videos, you know, on the weekend and everything, in case something, you know, crazy does come out. Otherwise, no live stream tomorrow. But yeah, thank you all very much for watching, man. It's been good. Yes, I'll keep you updated, bro. Bringing my laptop and everything. And yeah, like, subscribe. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the bell icon because I will be trying to update you guys just so you don't miss anything. Otherwise, guys, thank you very much for joining me today. It's been fun, and I will see you all very, very soon. Take care, people.